Gas Station Cappuccino, Dean and Danny discuss the current state of the NFL, basketball, books, music, weightlifting, movies, and coffee spoons. Welcome to Gas Station Cappuccino,
GSC,
presented by
PR Blend,
Caffeine,
powered by PR Blend.
Caffeine and Kilos.
We want to say good afternoon to the Knights of the Grounds table,
And good morning,
or good morning, or good night.
good evening.
I actually might be doing a podcast tonight with John. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he said 9 p.m. That's all he wrote.
Oh, he went up at the end like that?
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
Might
see.
be a double down day.
Double down.
Yeah. Probably go over like movie talk and miscellaneous stuff.
Well, let me tell you about movie talk in case anybody didn't hear the episode. You gotta go. You gotta see it. Gotta revisit it.
What number is it? Is it ours?
No, I don't know what number ours is, but movie talk, they gotta go see XXX, The Return of Xander Cage.
Yeah, if you listen to this podcast and you still haven't seen that,
What are you doing?
yeah, you're just kind of wasting your days
Man,
without seeing that movie.
It's funny. It's one of those things I think about it probably twice a week. Something in my life happens that sparks me to think about it.
It's so funny because, like, yeah, it's ridiculous, but
I was into it.
But it's totally intentional and it's done the right way. It's ridiculous done right. That's the way to describe that movie.
I was totally into it.
It was great. It was literally great for what it is.
Someone will talk about skiing, and I just picture him going down the mountainside without any snow.
Yeah, in the Arctic jungle, Amazon jungle. I don't
jungle.
know what the fuck. Brazilian jungle.
Crossing up the skis.
It was like South America.
South American jungle.
That's
where the Amazon is.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I just got a new Nat Geo I'm really excited about.
Oh.
It's all about the main article, like the centerfold article is all about the last tribes of the Amazon.
Oh shit.
So that's gonna be a good one.
That's really interesting.
I'm excited for that one.
I love those, like the documentaries and stuff where they like go and they find these tribes of people who are still living in tribes.
Dude, yeah, crazy.
Living off the land.
So I was watching this one show one time.
Eating fucking monkey meat.
Yeah, monkey brains. There was Indiana Jones, remember that?
And each other's blood.
That was like India though. I think they're in India when that happened in that movie. But
well, that's why it's called Indiana Jones.
No, because he's from Cleveland.
India Jones. He's from Cleveland. Is he?
No. But I remember I was watching this one thing about like those tribes in the Amazon, and they came in contact for the first time with one of these tribes once, this group of like explorers or whatever. And the first thing they asked like the people were like, how'd you guys build those like invisible roads in the sky? Is what it translated to. Because they're talking about like airplanes. But they thought there was just roads in the sky, like they were just driving on.
Well, how else do you explain it?
Because I think they might have seen cars before.
Mm-hmm.
Some like, kind of like, stuff like that. But they just never had seen, or never ever were,
like
were
airplanes
told,
was a,
airplanes, helicopters was they have no idea what that was. But I always thought that was just fascinating.
Yeah.
It's like, man, like, it's just crazy how, like, in 2018, there's parts of the world that people don't even know things like that because it's just not part of their culture whatsoever. They're so far removed from, quote unquote, normal society.
Dude, they're hunting with spears, eating monkeys.
But who's to say that we're not the ones away from normal society?
Maybe we're the ones hunting with spears, eating monkeys.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
I think we're the ones who got it wrong, honestly.
That's the
besides like modern medicine and stuff like that.
I was actually just going to say that it's so interesting because you know what else they probably do is they probably sit down and talk to one another instead of stare at something out of their pocket.
They probably have a lot less
anxiety,
mental health
stress.
Issues, and yeah, exactly, all that stuff.
Well, all their stress is from. It's interesting. So that's like a lot of things that people are stressed about now. Like you get a stress response to something that is not actually endangering your life. Right. But because people like your body doesn't know the difference, like, oh shit, you're being chased by a tiger. So your heart rate increases. You get a flood of adrenaline to help you like run away or chase off this tiger. Right. But then nowadays you're like, oh man, whatever, this bill is due and I don't have the money for it. And then all of a sudden you're like, you have this fear that you're not gonna be able to pay it or whatever. And then you get this fucking stress response and your heart rate gets jacked up and your cortisol levels get all fucked. And so you have all these like physiological changes based off of a thought, right? That is serving you in no way
Yeah.
other than hardening your arteries,
Yeah.
you know? And so
We
it's
got to
kind of,
toughen them up.
yeah, well, you it's a, well, you think, yeah, it's like a super compensation. I'm just super compensating these arteries.
So for when I have to like do something else, I'm ready to go.
Oh God. But yeah, it's interesting though. Like at least when they have stress response, it's it's because they're actually getting attacked by the fucking apes
Yeah, it's crazy.
or by a neighboring tribe.
Yeah. Yeah, the Smiths. Here comes the Smith tribe. You're gonna fucking wipe us out.
Holy shit. Yeah, dude, it's wild. So my daughter brings home this book from the library and she wants to read, and I don't remember exactly what it's called, Milo's Great Voyage or some shit. But it's these mice. It totally relates to what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on this island, and then Milo gets bored and he sees this. He basically wants to build a raft to go exploring, see what's outside the island. And this old wise mouse is like, named Baltazar. Baltazar is like, oh yeah, like there's these legends of these striped mice that live on this island not too far away. Like it's, if you can find the island, just kind of like keep the sun at your back in the middle of the day, you'll go directly south, whatever. So all these mice build this raft, pile on this fucking raft, go down there to this island, and then they see striped mice on this island. But then the book is split in two from there. Like the pages after that, there's a bottom half and a top half, and you choose. It's like choose your own adventure. It goes,
Ooh.
It says, read here for a happy ending, read here for a sad ending. And I'm like, all right. So we read the happy one. It's like they get there, they don't speak the same language, but they use, some drawings on, a cliffside and to like talk to one another, and they teach each other things and they become friends and they exchange gifts and nice travel home and it's all good. And then the next night, she's like, I want to read the sad ending. And I'm a little nervous. I'm like, what's the sad ending entail? Like fucking tribal warfare, probably.
Yeah.
Sure as shit. This children's book, you read the sad ending. Like they get to the island and they're like holding up these berries. And so then they're like, oh, these berries must be powerful. So they eat a shit ton of them, but then they all get gestational issues, like where they all they all have all these stomach issues and are like sick and shitting their brains out all night. And so then they think that the other mice are trying to poison them. So they fucking attack them in the middle of the night. And they're trying to sleep.
It's a dark fucking story.
It's a kid's book. They're trying to sleep. And these they think they're being watched. And then they go and they attack them and like fucking burn their huts and shit and get chased off the island. And then like whatever, the raft falls apart on the way back and they barely make it back alive. It's like, that's fucking intense.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's a heavy children's book.
Are you kidding me?
That's fucking hilarious.
It's
actually
no, it was like, it's wild. I'm like, it straight goes
that's
piggy.
That's detailed,
dude. Like Lord of the Flies. Like it starts. It's like you read it.
That's probably what I'll almost guarantee you that was for sure inspiration.
Oh yeah. So it's like you read this and you get to the part where they find the island. It's like, all right, happy ending. They make friends. Trade with the people and they leave and whatever. Maybe they're gonna visit again later. Sad ending. Fucking tribal warfare, poisoning each other, burning huts down, raping and pillaging. Like
that's crazy. Well, you know what? It's honestly kind of refreshing.
Conquistadors.
It's kind of refreshing knowing that something like that still exists in this climate of like PG, PC climate.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like in life. Sometimes fucking shit goes bad.
Sometimes you
can't live in this fairy tale world where like everything's perfect all the time.
It is funny when you read the happy, like they're the same story, just different things happen. So like they see the other mice holding up these berries. So in the happy ending, they like talk to him. They're like, oh yeah, these berries, they're magical. If you only eat one, but if you eat more than that, like it'll make you sick, like mushrooms.
But they just ate too many.
But then, but in the sad version,
I think you just eat even one, you're gonna
get sick. Yeah. I told someone the other day, I want a spiritual awakening, but without the vomiting and shitting my brains out part. Like, can I just skip to can I have the ayahuasca experience, but without the like rolling on my side, shitting my brains out, vomiting part?
Yeah.
Like, can I skip?
You mean the food poisoning part?
Can I skip can I skip the sweating bullets and vomiting and just get to the awakening? That'd be great. How can we work that out?
Yeah, let's get to the point.
But
Let's
like,
just skip that.
so in the sad ending though, they don't talk to them. They see these berries. They go, oh, they must be magical. So then they go and they fucking steal them all and eat them all, and then shit their brain, and then
So
they
they
get
didn't
sick.
listen.
Well, they didn't talk to him about it. So
Oh, okay. I thought you said they did.
I guess the lesson here is that communication. Well, so in the happy ending, they talk to him. They're like, "Oh,
Okay.
here's the deal." The
You can have
sad
one or
ending, there's
two.
like,
Pace
"Oh,
yourself.
yeah." They're like, "Oh, fuck these
Sad
guys."
ending, they just fucking let them do it.
Yeah.
I always watch these guys get sick and paranoid and think they were
No,
trying to
they
kill
stole them. They like went to the fields, found them, like stole them all because they thought they were magical.
That's great.
Yeah. There you
That's
go.
good.
Now you know Milo's Great Adventures or some shit. Milo and the Mysterious Island or something like
That
that.
sounds like something I might want to get into.
I'll bring it in. She rechecked it out for a second week in a row.
Nice.
I wasn't.
You know, there's
too
something
excited.
special about checking out a book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you almost feel I don't know, it was fun. I always like what was
Library.
what was that thing called where you would pick the books? You would like the book fair would come to school.
Oh yeah.
What the hell was that?
Scholastic. Yeah, the book fair.
Or you get the little paper,
Mhm.
like the little
Mhm.
catalog.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, that was like the best day of school.
So they still do those because we got some. But the thing is that now it's no longer
It's
just
all on
like
a fucking iPad app. You gotta look through the fucking app.
no, it's still the shitty paper. It's still like newspaper
Really?
style. But the thing is,
Borderline paper mache.
yeah. The thing is though that now like these kids books anyway, they're not like just the book. Like they're all one up in each other. So
Fucking
like
toys and shit.
Yep. And so it's
It was
like
kind of like that though back in the day.
but it's like an extreme. It's
Really?
like, oh, I want this one. It's like some book about unicorns or some shit. And then it's like it comes with like fucking hair ties. It comes with like stickers, a coloring book. Like you get this book, and along with it is just
like
like
a swag bag.
it's a swag bag of related shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I always used to get I feel like that's when I'd always get those like Animorph books. Remember those?
No.
Animorph? I think it was Animorphs. Where it was like the kids that would turn into like some kind of like animal. It was like almost like a and on the cover it was like a progression picture of yeah, there it is right there. Animorphs.
Oh yes.
Remember
yes,
those?
I absolutely recognize those now.
As soon as you look at the covers, you knew what I was talking about.
Yep. Dude.
Yeah. Animorphs.
You just got to Google Animorphs.
Yeah, just go ahead and Google Animorphs if you don't know what we're talking about, and you see the covers and it'll remind you.
Chester right there.
Yeah.
Working the Google machine.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Animorphs was dope. I don't even know if I actually ever read them. I just liked the covers of them. I just bought them and didn't fucking read them.
Yeah. What I just love the one thing about that Milo book is the Choose Your Own Adventure portion. Did you read those Choose Your Own Adventure books?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Do you know what I'm talking about? So when I was in like 6th grade when they were popular. So Choose Your Own Adventure. So you start reading this book, you read one chapter, and at the end of the chapter, it like gives you you're like at a crossroads. It's like, do you want to take the road to the left or walk the trail to the right? And it's like to go left, go to page 53. To go right, go to page 62. So
it's kind of like that book that you Maddie's reading.
Right, except for it doesn't have like a split ending. It has like throughout the entire book you do it. So sometimes you go back. So you like skip to page 63, read a chapter, but then if you choose something else, it'll send you back to like page 52. And so you kind of like you can choose like I don't remember if
I think I kind of remember those.
Yeah. So you're doing whatever and it's like, oh, going this way or that way, whatever. Yeah. Choose Your Own Adventures.
Oh, I remember seeing those covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you get to it was kind of cool though. So chapter by chapter,
that looks like a hell of a shirt design.
You just
idea.
go through. Actually, that really would be. All those like looking through those old skate catalogs, you know, like you look through old book covers from when we were in like 6th grade. That's gonna be that same.
Attack the nostalgia.
That's it.
I thought someone was knocking on the door.
No, it's just me fucking with my coffee mug trying to confuse people. That's good.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh.
These things are heavy duty. Quality.
Man, those I was talking to Dante right
before. You have one of
the
spoons?
Those spoons. No, I almost brought one in. Dude, those spoons are every time I look at one, it impresses me.
Yeah, maybe we should grab one. We'll grab one.
Yeah.
But no, they're great, man. It's so easy to let your coffee just unravel and get stale and gross.
Yeah.
If you don't have like a resealable bag.
Even with the tin ties, like
sometimes that was definitely a big help for us.
The tin ties definitely helped, but they still sometimes the tin ties like every now and then they'll come unglued from the bag, and so it's like this. Now you just got a twisty tie, and so you're trying to like work that out.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the scoop aspect too. It's just because some people like you don't realize like you can really make a fucking bag of coffee stretch, especially if if you're measuring it the right way. You're not just doing like an eyeball dump like we normally do. But yeah.
Here, hold on with that.
Oh yeah, good. You got to test it. It's like actually I sent my coach Ben. There was this meme that was hilarious. It's like the funniest thing. It's like whenever like you, it's like one of those grape juice boys memes or something. It was talking about like you got to test the prongs when you're barbecuing every time with like a couple of test.
Of course,
clamps,
you snap
couple
it. You do a
test
couple
clamps.
snaps.
So I sent him like a story of me doing like a test clamp before I was cooking some steaks last night.
This
All
actually,
right, yep, good to go.
this is actually a great example because the tin tie on this one is fucked.
Yeah, well, I mean, fuck, it's glued onto a bag. It's gonna come off. You know, it's not.
You don't think that's like NASA grade glue?
All right, if you guys can get a good close up on that. How's that look?
Read it.
Little Caffeine Kills branding, all stainless steel.
For those of you listening on the podcast, I'll walk you through it. Dean is currently test clamping. So it's a coffee scooper. It's a spoon. So it's 1 tablespoon on has a long handle, so you can like get into that bag. But then it also has a clamp on it with like alligator grade teeth. Those things are fucking hardy.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to play Hungry Hippo with like those kind of teeth on the toy.
You don't want to pop that thing on your finger, man. Those things are tough.
Have you seen? I don't know if it's actually ever people have actually played, but I've seen like people make like Hungry Hippos with X-Acto knife blades as the teeth. Have you ever seen that? It was like a meme, but I think someone has actually probably played it.
Well, your hands don't go in there.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. You said
not
the
Hungry Hippo, not Hungry Hippo. The other one. It's just the alligator head that closes when you pull the teeth out.
Oh, the teeth. Yeah,
the teeth one, or you push the teeth down.
Yeah, push teeth down. Yeah, I understand now. Yeah,
that with X-Acto blades on the end.
I thought you were talking about Hungry Hippo. I was like, no, I actually play Hungry Hippo about 3 times a month right now. So,
but yeah, if you like,
oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
what game is that? What's that game called? Fingers and Alligators is how you found that.
Fingering alligators.
Fingering alligators. Yeah.
This thing and this shit ain't coming off.
Like, no, that thing is clamped on.
I can throw this across the street. It would just scratch it, but it wouldn't come off.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah, we'll throw it in the air.
We'll
drop it off the top of the roof.
Let's drop it off the roof. I really like that idea.
We gotta find a way to get up there.
Well, I'll give you a boost.
That's true. You can just throw me up there.
No, we'll just like
I'll interlace by the legs.
I'll interlace my fingers and I'll hold out in front of me and I'll say, "Come on, I'll give you a boost." And then you just know you step up in there. Yeah. Stand on my shoulders.
So the branding on this is laser engraved.
Laser engraved.
This is not ever.
It's made with lasers.
It's never gonna just rub off.
No.
You can't scratch it off.
No.
Also, we're gonna be doing a lot more accessories.
Coffee stuff.
A lot of coffee accessories.
Yeah.
Maybe even like some lanyards, stuff like that. You know, quick little like stocking stuffer kind of stuff, good for the holidays. But we really want to honestly, we really want to get into just in contributing to our coffee experience.
The culture. Well, it's the thing is that we've been around a couple years now, and what's happened is, you know, as we continue to learn more about coffee too, and we just noticed that a lot of the listeners, a lot of the fans of Caffeine and Kilos, a lot of the community, the Knights of the Grounds table, just getting more into coffee. We get a lot of people who say like they just got a grinder because they started drinking our coffee, and so they're now grinding their own, and they're getting into coffee more. So we want to help people out with that, you know?
Yeah.
So help them find it and get good stuff. So instead of just buying you can get a cheap, shitty, long-handled plastic tablespoon somewhere, but like might as well get one that is nice quality, has the clamp on it.
For what, $2 more maybe?
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, if that even.
Yeah.
If that. One with a clamp like this, dude, I don't know.
No, these are great.
They're great. Fantastic.
Not even like it is kind of a plug, but like it's because it's fucking good. No, you don't have to fucking buy it.
Yeah,
don't care.
No, shit. Yeah, but they're great, dude. So I was leaving yesterday. I told Dante I still keep listening to Carter 5.
Dude, it's a great album.
It does get better. It's like when I first listened to it, I thought the first 6 songs were like the best, and then it kind of like fell off. I'm actually kind of coming around the other way, where I think the last
for sure
6 or 7 songs are actually the best ones on there.
Well, the album's set up to where I think that's how the album's set up.
Yeah.
The album's set up for you to get really into it right out the gates, because when you first put in a new CD,
you want it to be slapping.
You're going to want those first few tracks to be like
bangers,
banging. And then as you mature with the album, as far as like listening and over and over, like you're going to start to realize, okay, well, more quality, deeper shit's going to be at the back end.
And not always, it's funny too, because at first, like, oh, this beat's a little slower, but then, but Wayne, You get into some of those ones with slower beats, he gets into it and he actually goes harder on some of those later tracks
Oh
than he
yeah.
does in the early ones.
Well, because it doesn't matter what he's saying on the up tempo
Oh, just fuck shit.
pop tracks because no one's really caring what he's saying. They just want to hear the dope beat.
Yeah.
It's the slower beats when you have to become more correct because those are the ones that people are actually going to be listening to.
And then I realized
Like listening to what you're saying, at least paying attention.
one of the things that makes him so good is that it's well, you know, okay, so all the different styles, obviously, because like every track it's a different guy. It's a different style. And so Quavo has that new album out. And it's all right, whatever. I haven't listened to the whole thing, but I start listening to it, get 2-3 tracks in, I'm like, yeah, it's the same. Like the guy's like 1 or 2 styles, that's it, you know?
I would say just one.
And yeah. And he sings a little sometimes.
Oh, that's true. Well, I mean, they just crank up the auto tune.
Right. Crank up the auto tune, slow it down. But that's the thing about Wayne is it's like every track, it's a different guy. Like he has so many different styles. And then I realized, I told you this, I'm going through and it's like every track you can be like, oh, this sounds like, and then pick a rapper. But then it's like, wait a minute, or do all those motherfuckers sound like him?
I think it's a
combination.
I mean, it also comes down to like, the beats per minute, right? There's only certain ways you can flow on certain beats per minute, and some artists specialize in one style of beats per minute kind of stuff.
Yep. And Wayne does it all. That's what's so incredible.
And I think that's why he is considered by most and self-proclaimed best rapper alive.
Yeah. Because like even like okay, like Eminem's obviously fucking fantastic. No one's gonna argue that he's not like extremely skilled
and he's very smart.
And he's but same thing. Like how many different styles does Eminem really have?
Yeah, he's got more than most
for sure.
Yeah, but like
but it's just not that it's not
a very distinct style. Yeah, you're right. He's got his really hardcore comedy stuff. He's got his shock humor stuff. He's got his more serious stuff. He's got his kind of down, depressing stuff.
Right.
But he's
kind of the same.
But it's
flow.
It's not as universal, or not. It's not as a wide range of styles as like a Lil Wayne or somebody.
Yeah, there you go. I think that's the ticker right there.
Drake's got a good job of doing a lot of flows too. I think that's why Drake's so successful.
That's exactly. He's got a lot of different styles.
He'll fucking sing in Spanish now too. He'll pretend like he's Jamaican. He'll pretend like he's Spanish.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Whatever he's got to do to sell a record, to sell his soul to a culture.
That's it. Racially or culturally ambiguous. Oh. That's the key. Just be any culture. Nobody even knows.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know Drake was
Jamaican.
Jamaican now. Jamaican Drake.
Oh, he's Latin. Latin Drake.
Now he's singing this whole song in Spanish.
That's awesome.
MIA, right? Isn't MIA? He sings his whole verse in Spanish. That track, MIA, but it's a slap. Right now, me and Don's are going to talk about this earlier. Like right now, like it's the Spanish fucking trend of music right now. It's heavy, heavy duty.
Yeah.
That new little pump track that came out today. Pretty gassy.
Is it in Spanish?
It's got like a Spanish vibe, yeah. And there's a dude that raps in Spanish on it. But there's a new pump. I can't remember that guy's name, Milano or Melina, whatever it is. And then Triple X is on the hook, and Sway Lee.
That's one of the back Carter 5. One of the songs I go, oh, this is actually he's doing Sway Lee here.
Yeah.
Or Sway Lee does what Wayne does sometimes.
Yeah, I think Sway Lee has solidified his own thing. His own style. That guy's they're just hit generators.
He is very different.
Yeah, and he's good.
Yeah.
He's talented.
Yep. Yeah.
Those man,
it's funny because he looks like he's 7 years old with tattoos though. Still, he's so small.
I'm not gonna lie. When like those kids first came up, like I wasn't super into them. But then like the more I got into them, I'm like, man, these fucking kids are good.
And then actually, if you go back and listen
to
some
of their group again,
Race Remmer.
Yeah,
they're brothers.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't think of the name for some reason.
No, it's funny. Yeah, you go back and you listen to some of their older stuff, and you go, you know what? This is actually a lot better than I thought it was when it came out. It's almost like you weren't ready for it.
Yeah, I think it was ahead of its time. Probably.
It was seriously.
I think that's exactly what it was. They were for sure like kind of pioneers in their own right to a style. This went to like a music podcast today.
Turned into it.
Carter books.
It's a media
Amazon Jungle
media podcast.
It's a pop culture podcast / comedy /
Triple X returning Xander Cage. We're hitting all what media outlet have we not discussed? We got movies, we got books, we got music.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah, it's kind of
really running the whole gamut.
Yeah, you got to just do the full gauntlet.
So Worlds is coming up for weightlifting.
Wes leaves today, I believe.
He's already there.
Oh,
He's in
already there.
Germany. So they have a
11-hour flight.
Yeah, they have a one or 2 weeks there in Germany, at like a training camp in Germany before heading off to Worlds. So I saw Jordan Cantrell,
Mm-hmm.
friend of Caffeine and Kilos,
Mm-hmm.
competes at the Invite every year.
Wins a lot.
Jerked 212 kilos off blocks in Germany.
He just PR'd 200, I thought, recently.
Nah, man, I saw it on Instagram.
I believe it.
212.
That's pretty big for an 89.
That's a lot of weight for anybody.
His jerk is definitely a lot stronger than his clean.
I've only squatted more than 212 kilos probably a dozen times.
Yeah, Cantrell's built like a brick shithouse. That kid's stacked.
He's stacked.
Well, you know what they say?
He's a brick house.
You know, pop half his hand, 13 hours when I land. You gotta be ready to Germany. Get ready.
Just gotta be ready to go. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a trip right there.
God, I obviously want to travel somewhere, but like like the idea of being on a plane for 13 hours just sounds like fucking miserable. Like I can do 5 hours, whatever, fine. Like that doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But like almost triple that. Like now we're talking like I'm gonna get a little fucking antsy.
Like how much sleeping can you do?
Yeah, I can if I'm in one of those fucking pods, like first class, like fly Emirates, you know, that's a whole different story. But like you're almost in your own little private room. You're in a fucking coach seat between two fucking Snorlaxes and a fucking something else. Like, could you imagine?
No, no. Just the amount of leg sweat. You know, and your leg against their leg.
Yeah, I guess I would just try and sleep.
That's probably a tip right there for people is don't wear shorts on those flights. Because what if you're next to another jabroni wearing shorts? You guys just sweating on each other's legs the whole time.
Sweat swapping.
Yeah.
We gotta do the Boggs challenge, like in Always Sunny. Remember the drinking challenge on the airplane?
Yeah.
They redo that on the newest season. They revisit it.
Was it New York to LA? How many beers? 50?
Yeah, I remember
like
the record.
50 beers during the flight from New York to LA.
Can't remember. They keep tally with the Sharpie on their white tees.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how they keep track.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess in the newest season, I mean, I saw. I don't know why I say I guess, but so D does like an all girls Boggs challenge.
Okay.
And they've run out of beers or some shit.
Is it her? What other girls? Her and like the cat girl?
It's her, the waitress.
Yeah, the waitress.
Mac's mom.
Max's mom. Okay.
And then Charlie's mom. And then that's it.
Oh, not the cat girl.
Snail.
Yeah,
Snail girl.
Snail girl.
No,
the one that was obsessed with Dennis.
I don't think so.
Man, what a cast of characters there.
Yeah, it was. It's pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
Man.
Always Sunny is that's a great show.
Totally, we're all over the place today. Totally changing gears. So last night, Steph Curry scored 51 points in 3 quarters.
I thought I saw like a highlight on my phone about that.
And something like I was with 11 or 12 3-pointers, and they said it's his sixth game with 11 or more 3-pointers, and all other players in the history of the NBA there are 7 games or so, like or something like that, like 7.
That's crazy.
Well, it's nuts.
I bet you Kobe just said, yeah, get 30 more.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And then
well, that's the thing too is they said it was his sixth game.
Did Kareem get like 100?
100. No, it wasn't Kareem. It was Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain. That's
Wilt Chamberlain got 100 in a game. So it's his 6th game with 50 points, and only one of those games he played over 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So five 50-point games, all like, and last night he only played 31 or something like that. In 30 minutes, he got 51. And anyway, it's nuts.
Yeah, man, that 3-point game, he's got it down. No
Got
doubt about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, 51 points. So even with 11 threes, I mean, you got 20 more points.
Yeah,
not shooting threes.
That's true.
There's that also. But it was just one of those, like, he was just jacking them up from like where you check into the game, like that little line. I forget what that's called. Just like jacking them up from there, just like then just turn around walking away.
Just can't miss.
Couldn't miss. It was one of those.
I've yet to see him do that walkaway when it hasn't gone in. I guess I don't watch enough Warriors games. Probably had to happen once.
Well, it had to happen once. Yeah,
but I doubt it. I don't know. I can't remember.
And then kind of funny highlight from the game too is at one point, Durant just like drive. No one touched him. Just like drives the lane, dunks, and just like turns around and asks to get subbed out. He's like, "Can you take me out? I don't want to play anymore. They're not guarding me."
Yeah.
So
Like, I'm wasting my time.
this isn't fun.
Yeah.
Like they're not even like they're not guarding me. And so you can see him like mouthing that to Curry. He's like, "Can you take me out? They're not guarding. I don't want to play. They're not guarding me."
Who they play?
Like this fucking sucks.
Who were they playing?
The Hawks, I think.
Okay. Atlanta's, not terrible. Maybe they are now.
What do you
I
do?
don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Kings won last night though. I think we played Timberwolves. I think we're what? I think we're 2-2. Fucking 500. Let's go.
The Kobe. They asked Kobe. They said, "You coming out of retirement?" And he said, "Maybe if they go 0-5."
Aren't they 0 like?
They're
won a game yet?
They're 0-4. And that's why he said, "Yeah, maybe if they go 0-5."
I saw some meme of like Kobe and his family walking out, and LeBron's just missing fucking free throws, and I think him and his family are just leaving.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, I think the meme was about him going to get suited up, like for the next game or something. It was funny.
I haven't watched any football.
Is that still? We still going? We still good?
Who's doing good in football this year? I haven't watched any.
Rams are undefeated.
No shit.
Yeah. Rams are fucking 5-0. No. 8-0. 7-0. LA Rams are 7-0.
Huh.
They haven't lost a game yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What team hasn't won a game yet?
Everybody's got to win.
That's too bad.
Are they 7? Are the Rams 7-0? Yeah, 7-0.
Who has the worst record in the league?
Probably Jags or Titans.
Niners and Cardinals. Are they both like 1-6 or something? Yeah. I just want to get the brackets. If I know like who's doing the best and who's doing the worst, I feel like I can fill in the rest.
Yeah.
That's kind of that's like
LA Rams, man. They're on a terror.
Who's their guy? Who's getting it done for them?
Their running back. What's his name? Jeffrey? No. Gregory. The third. What's the fucking running back's name?
Running back's one of those positions, man. Like it's every year there's a different guy.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like there's some guys who put in a couple years, but like by and large,
Todd Gurley. Yeah, that's
Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
See,
I was thinking Gregory.
Never heard that name before in my life.
Yeah, Todd Gurley. He's a beast.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a beast.
You want to be a running back in the NFL? You got 5 seasons to get it done.
Oh yeah, if that.
Like if you want to really put out, you might if you get 5 good seasons, you're fantastic.
You also have to have like a good offensive line, or no matter how good you are, you're not going anywhere.
Absolutely.
So it's like you got to get lucky enough to get drafted to a team that has a good O line,
yeah,
and you have to have the skill. Honest to God,
well, it's resiliency as much as anything. What position just gets fucking raked over the coals? Like you're running back, you're just getting wrecked.
I think honestly, if you give a starting running back in the NFL the best O-line in the league, he will put up almost 100.
They'll be Pro Bowler.
Yeah, he'll put up almost 100 yards a game.
Yeah,
on the ground.
No, you're right.
But there is the ones that are going to get 120.
And then there's the guys that are going to go 100 yards behind a average line.
Yeah, it's true.
A 7 out of 10 line.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get something done.
Yeah. Well, there's there's a few special running backs, obviously outliers, but most of them though, if they're starting running backs, you give them the best O line, they'll put up 80 to 100 yards.
Well, I mean that's what Denver did for how many years in a row?
Yeah.
You just plug and play. All right, we've seen someone else in who can carry this thing.
Yeah.
Here, take this and run.
Fucking football season's almost halfway over already. As far as regular season, it's moving quick.
Man. Well, I mean we're 30 minutes in.
Yeah, this is episode 44.
44th one we've recorded.
Yeah. We're going to get these back on YouTube. A little technical difficulty with that. And then back on the page, get the page back boosting up again.
Yep.
The IG page.
Oh yeah. Get some guests in here.
Get some guests back in here. We gotta get a guest soon. I feel like it's time for a guest.
No, let's do it next week. Now that we know the time we're recording, we got the day. Let's get a guest in here.
That's true. Now we have more. Yeah, now we have actual structured schedule on when we're doing
more
these.
Structure.
That's good.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. This has been Gas Station Cappuccino. Thank you.
See ya later.